Hey guys, welcome and welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Nadisha. I have just a quick message for you guys. I was thinking about this and I just want to talk about it. I pray that God will raise up some bold people. I pray that he will raise up some people who will stand for what's right. I pray that God will raise up some people who are not afraid. The enemy is a coward. So I pray that God will raise up some brave people, some courageous people. Okay? We are in some dark times. Okay? You knew it was the Lord that was leading you to move from one state to another, from one country to another, okay? From one city to another, from one town to another. You know that school that you're in right now, it was God who told you to go there. That neighborhood that you're in, it was God who told you to go there. That church that you're at, it's God who told you to go there. It says, my sheep knows my voice, okay? Trust in the Lord with all thine heart and lean not unto thy own understanding. In all thy ways acknowledge him and he shall direct thy path. You're like, nah, he's directing my path. So what I'm trying to say is, listen, if you're at that school and they're trying to make you feel uncomfortable because there's tactics that the enemy use, and we're going to talk about that. There's tactics that the enemy use to kick you out. I did a video maybe about a year ago. Let God lead you out. Do not let the enemy kick you out, okay? Let God lead you out. Do not let the enemy kick you out. Listen, when the enemy doesn't want you there because you're the salt and the light of the world, they will do these tactics to kick you out. And I pray that God will raise up some bold people and you will stand. You're like, listen, God told me to be here. So if you're uncomfortable, you need to go to him. If you're uncomfortable, go to the Lord. Listen, tell people to go to God. You're like, I'm following direction. I am over here following directions. Now, if you don't like the directions that I'm doing, go speak to the Lord. But I'm telling you, they're not going to go to him. You know why? They don't know him. They do not know him. But I pray that you guys will stand. Stand in that neighborhood. Stand at that job. Stand at that church. Stand in those positions that you know that God is the one that put you in. Stand. Do not let the enemy kick you out. Okay? Stand up for righteousness. A lot of times you're not going to have a whole bunch of people around you. When God has called you to do something, a lot of times you're going to have to do it alone. Carry that torch. Carry that torch in this dark world. Okay? Stand. Do not let the enemy kick you out. If they have a problem, they can go to the Lord and ask the Lord to write you a different story. Ask the Lord to tell you something different. Okay? But stand. When you are at the place you know you're supposed to be, do not let the enemy kick you out. Let God lead you out. Don't leave until God leads you out. Because if he brought you to that place, if he brought you to those spaces and places, he had you there for a reason. He had you there for a reason. You are there for a reason, and that's why the enemy is upset. That's why the enemy is mad, okay? And don't just stand on the places that God has you. Stand on your decisions that you've made. Stand on your boundaries that you've set. You set them for a reason and stand on them. The enemy is going to want you to break up those boundaries and to open doors and things. Stand until God writes you a different story. You stand on things. You stand on promises. You stand. All right, guys, take care.